Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there's doing well. And back once again with some more Pokemon Training Card Game Pocket ranked matches. Today's video, I'm going to be continuing on with my Evolution Challenge series where I try to build a deck around each of the evolutions. In today's video, I'm finally going to be trying a Leafeon and Flareon deck. Now, I should note, this is one of the decks that I have not built for myself. I actually used a deck list to build this, because I run into this deck a lot and I just wanted to see how you properly build it and try it. That being said, I have made a few minor tweaks to it just to put my own spin on it, which means I probably honestly just made it worse, but we're going to try it anyway. But it's largely intact with what you would normally see. But I will have the entire deck list in the description of the video below should you want to try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. But if you're unfamiliar with this deck, its game plan is pretty straightforward. It just revolves around Flareon EX, Leafeon EX, and Sylveon EX. You're also running a couple of basic Leafeons for protection around Oricorium stuff as well. With this deck, you're only running fire energy to build up your Flareon because Leafeon is self-sufficient and only needs one grass energy to attack. So ideally, if you open up with Flareon or open up with Leafeon, you're not going to really break or bust, because you can hopefully get it built up pretty quick since you only just need the one grass energy while you're building up your Flareon on your bench. And with Flareon's combustibility, it gives you the ability to, for any discarded fire energy that's in your discard pile, you can pull it and attach to it. So if you have to retreat with Leafeon or lose any of your Leafeons, then you can still attack and put energy into your Flareon. And you run a Sylveon basically so you can have an extra oak and draw 2 cards. So hopefully I explained that with some competency, but it's going to be better to see it in action than what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, I guess it's time to go find some matches and see how this deck performs. I'll be back when I find my first game. All right, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we're going second, which is always good. And we start with a Eevee, a Flareon, and a normal Leafeon. All right. And we're going up against Giratina. So we do kind of want to get started fast here. Alrighty then. This is kind of not the ideal order of operations, but this is what we're going to run with, because we have no option but to run with it like this. All right, we'll get a fire energy into our Eevee. Get another Eevee on our bench. I will opt to put a Poison Barb into this Eevee that's up front. And we'll draw a card and mill out our deck. And we get an Eevee bag. All right. Not terrible. And our Flareon will be ready to go, not this turn, but the next. But of course, we're kind of running against Giratina as well, which has a little bit more cushion. And next turn, Giratina can attack. All right. Lovely. All right, so basically now, see Leafeon. Yeah, it's just for each grass energy attached to it. All right, well, I can't attack with Flareon. Even if I do, bring it out is a problem, because no energy has gone to the discard pile. I could evolve into Leafeon, but however, that doesn't really help me either, because we can do 20 damage, and 20 damage is just not going to be enough to Giratina. So I think what I'm going to opt to do is I'm going to... Actually, I just played that Eevee, so I can't... We're not going to evolve this Eevee. It doesn't really help, and it would be more helpful to draw a card. And it just gives me another Eevee bag here. All right. All right, we're kind of already on the back foot. We did not have a very good opening hand. And them getting Giratina built up so fast does not help in any way as well. And unfortunately, Flareon gets one shot by Giratina when we use Combust. Well, we have 2 Eevee bags, so we can keep Flareon alive longer. But they did opt to not attack. Which is interesting. I wonder why they didn't do that. Alright, let's get energy into this Flareon. Now I could evolve into Sylveon to get the draws. Would that be wise? Oh, we do kind of need the draws though. Alright, we're gonna use Happy Ribbon. Alright, we do have a Leafeon, so we can play with here. Now I can't attach energy into this Eevee, so I don't know if I want to evolve it. Probably just not a smart move. So we're just gonna opt to collect here. Alright, we do have a red, so we might actually be able to take out this Giratina with our Flareon. And all hopes and dreams have probably just been lost here. Because I didn't get either. I did not get either Eevee bag back or the red. Okay. Well, we could have one-shotted Giratina. But that is no longer something that is in play for us. They're actually not opting to attack here. Alright, well, I've got an X speed now. So what I want to do here, we're going to evolve this in Leafeon. Put a fire energy into it so we can attack here. Use Force Breath. And I'll evolve in this one in Leafeon EX as well. And we'll use Solar Beam. So now we can one-shot it with Flareon. Them opting not to attack actually kind of helped us here. Now it would be in their best interest to probably run with Giratina. I mean, they can't guarantee the KO on Leafeon or Flareon if they got a Cyrus. They've got a Cyrus. They've absolutely got a Cyrus. Oh, they don't. They just chose to hit Flareon for some reason. Okay, well, I'll take that. Well, I don't know why that turned out the way it did. But I can't complain, I guess. We'll play an Eevee Bag and heal to get us out of Greninja range. And I'm just going to straight up attack with Leafeon here. Actually, looking back on it, that was a bad spin. Because of Sylveon here. Their Sylveon can actually attack. But I didn't completely shoot myself in the foot, actually. Because Sylveon's going to get poisoned. So I did misplay here, but it didn't cost me. they going to opt to attack? All right, they are. But not the end of the world. And we got an EV bag, so now this is just over. Play next speed. This Leafeon out. Bring in our Flareon. I'll play a Fire Energy into this Leafeon just because I can. We're going to play EV bag. Take the 10 extra damage. And send the Sylveon packing. All right, well, we definitely got away with one there. They definitely should have been a little bit more aggressive with Giratina. I think that probably would have netted them the win. But we'll take what we can get. We definitely misplayed a ton ourselves and just got away with it. But yeah, I'll take wins where I can get them. So we're 1-0 so far with Flareon and Leafeon. Let's see if we can continue the winning streak here. A good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. And we are unfortunately going to have to go first. We get a Leafeon. An EV EX to start. We got 2 EV bags and an Oak in hand. So, I mean, not an ideal hand to say the least, but let's see what we can do. But we're going to miss Charizard. All right, so time is going to be of the essence here. We're going to play the Poison Barb into Eevee. Just to make sure they don't attack me here. And we get an X speed and a Pokeball, so we can beef up our bench. And mill our deck out as well. Let's go ahead and get this Eevee out. And that's going to be all I can do. All right, what are you running alongside Charizard here? All right, they're going to Sabrina in our other Eevee so they can attack. Alrighty then. And we get another Leafeon to go with it. Alright, well, I guess we're going to evolve here. Now, we do put ourselves at the type disadvantage, but gotta win some. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Alright, we'll play Forest Breath. Put it into our Leafeon. Put a Fire Energy in here so we can attack in one more turn. And we want to hold out or evolve this one into Leafeon. We'll wait and see what other evolutions we get. If we get any. The next turn we take up the Charmander. Unless it evolves into Charizard, then we're just screwed, for lack of a better word. All right, well, this duel's actually over because they bricked, it would appear. All right. Well, it's over because we have the Eevee bag, so that is what kind of seals their fate here. All right, well, let's do that. Energy into evolve. We're just playing shit at this point just because I can. And we're going to play the Eevee bag. Take the extra damage. And get rid of Charmander. And we're going to seal our second win with Leafeon here. I mean, strictly because they bricked, but I've been there with Charizard myself. All right, we get lucky in our first 2. Let's see if we can manage to get 3 here. But good games to the opponent. No, back when I find my next match. All right, looks like I found my next opponent here. And we're going to go first again, which sucks, but oh well. We'll do what we can. Once again, we're starting out with Leafeon, which is okay. Again, Leafeon's here because it is self-sufficient, so that's not exactly a bad thing to start with Leafeon. But because we are going first, we're really not going to be able to make use of Eevee because we're probably going to have to be put. We're probably going to be put in a position where we're going to have to evolve it immediately or lose it. If our opponent opts to play. So let's see if they do. Are you there, my friend? All right, what are we going up against? Buzzwole. That sucks. Okay. All right, I'm still running into Ultra Beast in the Ho-Oh and Lugia era. All right. Which I haven't seen a lot for as long as that pack's been out. All right. All right. We'll put a Poison Barb into Eevee. And that's going to be all I can do, unfortunately. Alright, they're going to play Pokeball. And they're going to opt to put the energy into Giratina. And they got Pheromosa as well. Alright, so they've got their full lineup out. So we are running against the clock here, against Buzzwole back there. Alright, so we're going to need to evolve into Leafeon. Just so we can live. I will put an energy into it. I'm going to use Forest Breath. I think I'm going to have to play Sylveon just because we don't have anything. Leafeon is all we got, so. And we get another Leafeon, and we get Professor Oak, so we just... Well, we can draw more, because for a second I thought I played Nook. I forgot about we can actually do more here. Alright, we get Eevee and Flareon, which is nice. Alright, things aren't looking as bad as they were a second ago. But, unfortunately, that's going to be the extent of what I can do with this turn. Alright, they put an energy into Buzzwole. We're probably going to get tagged again right here. And they're going to put a Leaf Cape into Buzzwole as well. Smart thing to do. And they might as well attack because I can't get any more poisoned. Alright, we get an Eevee bag. We're going to evolve into Flareon. And we put a fire energy into Flareon. Use Forest Breath so Leafeon can attack here. Now I could use an Eevee bag to heal, but I think I'm going to opt to just hold on to it for now. And just take out the Giratina. Now I doubt they bring in Buzzwole. It'll probably be Pheromosa. But if they put an energy into Pheromosa, they can't put an energy into Buzzwole, so there's that. But we can one-shot Buzzwole with Flareon. They are actually going to opt to put an energy into Pheromosa here. I don't know if I would have made that choice, but that's fine. And they surprisingly opted to hit Sylveon over Flareon. Alright, so this is really going to put him behind the 8-ball then. And we use Force Breath. Alright, so I'm going to opt to do here is I'm going to play the Eevee bag. Just to kind of undo the damage they did. Because we can still one-shot with Flareon. And I'm going to play Oak. We get a normal Leafeon and a Pokeball, so we can get our final Eevee. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy out. And get rid of the Pheromosa. Now, I do believe they just kind of straight up lose here, regardless of what they bring in. Because, again, we've got a red in our hand. so we can one-shot Buzzwole. And they got another Buzzwole on the bench. All right, well, they are going to KO our Leafeon. But that's okay because they got no points. All right, it does get poisoned for good measure. All right, let's bring in our Flareon. And we get an EV bag for good measure. Put energy into our Flareon. We'll evolve this EV into Leafeon. Play EV bag so we can do more damage. And then play red so we can do more damage. And that'll be all she wrote. And we take out the Buzzwole Ultra Beast deck here. And managed to go 3-0 with our Flareon and Leafeon deck, which is performed better than expected, honestly. I didn't mess it up, surprisingly, getting the few minor tweaks I did to it. But all right, well, I do believe I'm going to end the video here, though. Quit while we're ahead. If you didn't make it this far in the video, do thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.